Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Backpacktrader Training Room for Tuesday, September 12th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right, let's take a look at our energy charts here. Okay, we pick up crude with our first trade of the morning. Short goes to money management, but target is at moved down to target 2 because we're beyond target 1 at only 9 ticks. So we pick up 1 tick and we pick up another 1 tick. So 2 break evens, and that will be done for the morning. So we'll come back at 10 a.m. to see if we can do a little better than just 4 ticks net. But that's what the market's giving this morning. On crude. On unleaded. And doing a little bit better there. This trade was almost a minute early. And there is 9 o'clock and it never comes back to the entry, so that's a no trade. So first trade is the short, plenty of time to get in that. That meanders about, finally comes down to, picks up money management around just before 5 after, so 4 minutes from the trade setup, 3 minutes from triggering in to money management, and target 1 traders picking up 58 ticks. We come on down pretty quickly. And in just 6 seconds or so, all the way down to target 2. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Miles. So target 2 traders pick up 89 ticks, and ultimately we trail about a minute later. We hit the trailing stop at 291 from the entry at 368. So 77 ticks on the trailer, 89 on target, 166 on the day. One and done. So we got plenty of time to get ready. So pull the micro NQ up so it's ready. And we also have our first trade of the morning. Now that trade was too early, stopped out well before our start time. And so we go with the long trade that we are currently in. So that entry is at 94.42. Would take 46 to get around the 200 EMA. I'd love to adjust around it, but 4 pips is a bit much. So taking the trade at 442, and we are long there. waiting for something to happen there. YM has gone too far in the short that it's in, so that trade will be off the table and waiting for a new setup. And the micro Russell looks like with a pre-market break-even stop out. And the micro Russell with a pre-market break-even stop out as well. I'm sorry, not soybeans, not the micro Russell. The micro Russell had a pre-market break-even stop out. Soybeans has this similar trade. YM stop at 927. Looking for a new trade there. Micro NQ going short and hitting money management, so our stop is at break even, and we'll look for a new trade there 4 minutes after market open. And good morning, Pamela. Yeah, I got started things a little bit early. I actually hit the wrong button. Started the stream early. Well, that gives us some time to get through the charts that are already going. Pound Aussie starting at 8:30, and the Russell and crude and unleaded starting at 9 o'clock. Both of those Eastern time, all of those Eastern times. Then we have our indices, the micro NQ and the YM, starting at 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 on my charts, because all of my charts are set to Eastern Time. But since that is how NinjaTrader works, all of your charts will be on the same time frame. You can set whatever you choose to be your time zone. It doesn't necessarily have to be the time zone you live in. But our market indices are actually on Central Time. And we've got about one. Good morning, Arizona Bob. Market is just about to open. Another 30 seconds. So looking for new trades all around. On all four of our market indices and three market indices and soybeans. Note that we are on the December contract on our market indices. Official rollover is second Friday, and the volume has transitioned. So, and the market is open now, and there is a long trade on the YM. And triggering in, coming back down. So long on the YM, looking for new trades elsewhere. Except for the pound Aussie is long and the YM is long. The crude and unleaded, both POQ crude on two break-even trades, two money management trades, and positive. Unleaded on a solid one and done, 166 ticks today on two positions. And there is a filtered short on the pound Aussie, filtered by the squeeze zone filter. 50 pinching up toward the 200 and falling between the entry and target 1. And there's a new short on the YM. That's at 04 and triggering in. And a long trade on the Micro Russell. And that one triggers in for sure. Pops up to target 1. We need a little bit more. Need one more tick to come to break even. Need 14 ticks. Target 1 is only 13. So the YM is now short. The Russell is long. Looking for new trades on the Micro NQ. Actually, we aren't even to our session start time on the Micro NQ yet. Looking for a new trade on soybeans. And another stop and reverse on the YM at 46. And that triggers in. So a couple of stop and reverses this morning on the YM. MNQ stopping out and going long, but we're still waiting about another 45 seconds for our session to start there. We can get in sync with this trade, and we should be fine. And that's a break-even stop out on the Micro Russell. We did get to money management, but just came down to the break-even stop moving intra-bar. That's the only time we move the stop intra-bar is when we hit money management. And we're in our session on the Micro NQ. And unfortunately, that doesn't give us the chance to get in. It didn't come back, it hasn't come back to the entry yet. Entry at 612 3/4. And there's the entry. So long now on the Micro NQ. Long on the YM, long on the Micro NQ. Russell has stopped out. No new trades on soybeans yet. So long on the Pound Aussie, long on the YM. And there is money management on the YM. Stop comes to 47. Good morning, Krista. Unfortunately, that's a missed trade on the. Unfortunately, that's a stop out at break even on the Russell. It came back to the stop after hitting the break even point. Calculator tracks on bar close only, so that's where the one place we can get out of sync with it is when we hit money management and go ahead and bring our stop to break even. Target 1 on the YM. Once again, we are in the December contract. 36 ticks there. Let's see, what did we lose here? We went 32 to 04, 28, 56 tick loss, 28 tick risk. And then we go 04 to 46 is 42.84. So 56 and 84. We're down 140. We picked up 36, so we're down 104. Stop at 963. Well, I have several of you here. I do need to make an announcement. The trade room is going to be dark for about 2 weeks. The rest of this week and all of next week, Troy is going to be running live sessions in the CEO Trader Mastermind group. And so it's time for me to learn something as well. So I will be in that and not able to run our normal trade room, but those of you in the CEO Trader Mastermind group will have access to Troy's New York sessions, as he's calling them. He's going to be in New York the next 2 weeks. And pound Aussie stopping out. Full loss on that one. Nothing new on soybeans, and YM stopping out at 964 from 946. 18 ticks there, 36. So we're down 86. Still long on the micro NQ. That's working its way through the 50 EMA and coming close to target 1, which is money management. And there's money management on the micro NQ. Stop comes to 613 flat. Soybean still meandering about. go from here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to those, Krista. That starts tomorrow morning at 8:30. $8:30 Eastern, so that's 6:30 your time. And then it's 5:30 for Troy, so. Short trade on soybeans. Target 2 for a win on micro NQ. 641 and a quarter. So trade number 1 on the micro NQ is a win. Trade number 1 on the micro Russell was a break even, although the calculator is tracking it as a nice little runner here. It did hit its break-even level and then pull back to the break-even stop intra-bar. The calculator's tracking because it's looking at bar close. Go to the Backpacktrader.com website and check, and you may have to send in an email to, I believe it's info@backpacktrader.com, and check to see if the CEO Trader Mastermind group is still open. Lewis, that's a group where Troy is doing trade hacking training, and we're also what the New York sessions are is he's actually opened the window to strategy development as well as just trade plan development within a strategy. He's actually developing a new strategy and bringing us along for the ride on that. That's what these New York sessions are. We started with his Colombian sessions a couple of months ago. That would have been trade number 4 on crude. Unfortunately, would not have been in that any way you go. Before we get out of here, Lewis, I'll show you the website I'm talking about. Don't let me forget when we get done with trading. So right now we're down 86 on the YM. And one break-even trade of the micro Russell in a winning trade on the micro NQ. That trade is still going. and we are short on soybeans on the lower right there. Setting new session lows. 1355 flat. All right, micro Russell trade stopped out, and we picked up a short trade on the YM. My eyes were elsewhere, and quickly to money management. It looks like money management there at 931, and we got as low as looks like 931. So money management stop at 943. There is a stop and reverse setup, closing for a positive on the trade. It's like 618 3/4. And if you if you take the adjustment, it would go to with this spike, I'd go down to 1725. That would keep you in the long. Otherwise, I would be out of this trade. I would probably have taken it there. So I'd be short here, and you'd be short anyway. Stopping and reversing to short. Big trade because of the nice big long wick. This one is 31 3/4 to target 1. I would move the targets down to targets 1, 2, and 3 rather than 2, 3, and 4 because of the size of this trade. Good morning, John. Or good man. Reading the comment. Good morning, Don. How are you doing this morning? So win on the micro NQ, and now we're in a short there. Target 1 on soybeans. That'll be a one and done session. 11 ticks. Stop at 55 3/4. And target 1 on the YM. Not taking that. That's a small trade. So only 15 ticks to target 1. So target 2 is our objective. At 920 for 24 ticks. And stopping out on the YM at break even, so just 2 ticks there, down 84 now. YM looking for another trade. Micro NQ kind of going a little sideways here in no man's land between the entry and the stop. Seven minutes. Don, I don't know if you were just getting in, if you missed it, I'm going to be dark, and the room will be dark the rest of this week and all of next week. Troy is doing some live sessions in the CEO Trader Mastermind group that I need to attend. And soybeans stopping out. 3 additional ticks gives you 14 on the day. You're quite welcome, Don. That's why you don't see any more sessions this week in the schedule, because I didn't know. I knew we'd be able to do 2 today, but I didn't know about any of the rest of the week. And the schedule for the New York sessions was just put out yesterday evening. So now I'm sure of it. Starting tomorrow through Friday, and tomorrow through a week from Friday. And full stop out and transition to long on the micro NQ. That's a big stop out too. Soybeans is one and done. Long trade on the YM, 951. And the high got to 949. No, the high got to 951 exactly. Now, if you hesitated on that one and you didn't already get in, I'd push that up to 953, get it a tick above the 20 SMA. Given the setup coming into 2 moving averages, I would give it a moment to see if it's going to reject, spike through and reject like it's what it's done so far. And when it did that, I would go ahead and push it up to 53 for the entry. Okay, and there's 53, so the YM is long. Three minutes or under 3 minutes to the 10 a.m. crude session. Coming within one tick of money management, so I would leave that trade alone, not take that as a get in sync, especially given that it bounced off essentially bounced off the 50 EMA. And it's giving you a clue that it's finding support at the 50. So micro NQ is long, YM is long. Down 84 on the YM. On the morning session. Market's slowing down quite a bit right now. Back to the entry on that crude short trade, but I'm not going to get in sync with that since we got within one tick of money management. Now if it goes up and tests that session high at 89.20 and doesn't break that and comes back down, I'd be interested in getting in sync with it. But I'm not just going to drop in it right now. And we're in the 10 a.m. crude session. Long trade on the micro Russell. And still long on the YM. And we go through money management and target one. That spiked up above the entry, but that was still before our 10 a.m. start time. So that's a no trade and a full stop out. Loss number 2 on the micro NQ and a new short trade. All right. YM taking a little bit of heat on its long trade. Micro Russell also taking heat on its long. Micro NQ touched the stop, but the trade is still valid because we haven't hit the entry yet. Looking for a new setup on crude for the 10 a.m. session. And looking for new trades on the pound Aussie as well. So soybeans is the only thing that's done of the charts on screen. So we still got five charts going. Oh, that's right. Troy, no, it won't be so early for Troy. He's on the East Coast these 2 weeks. YM stops out. So that is a 30 tick loss, 30 tick risk. With the adjustment, 60 tick loss puts us down 144. And slow going at the moment. The Russell took a full stop out. So that's a break even and a loss there. Actually, kind of a tough day this morning in the indices. Okay, crude with a long trade. Just over the 20. Entry at 83, 20 SMA at 82. I actually kind of like this one. Failure to get lower after going through the 50. And we showed some resistance or some support there earlier. Crude, the only thing in a trade right now. Everything else is flat. Crude top center. That's on Spotlight. YM is on Spotlight. The crude is an 8-tick range bar, 8-cent momentum bar for TradeStation. YM is a 14-tick range bar, 14-point momentum, also on Spotlight. Pound Aussie is an 80-tick or 8-pip range bar on Spotlight. Unleaded, which we looked at earlier this morning, was a 20-tick or 0.002 momentum bar on TradeStation, also on Spotlight. We have soybeans on Counterpunch with a 5-tick or 1.25 point momentum bar. And finally, Micro Russell and the Micro NQ on Catapult using Renko bars, custom Renko bars. Micro Russell using a 1.5 point brick with a half point offset, 15 point brick, 5 point or 15 tick brick, 5 tick offset for NinjaTrader here. And the Micro NQ using a 12 point brick with a 3 point offset, 48 tick brick on NinjaTrader with a 12 tick offset, which produces an 84 tick reversal and a 25 tick reversal on the Micro Russell. And a long trade on another new long trade on the YM. Interesting trade there, straddling both the 50 and 200 between the entry below the 50 and Money management above the 200. Oh, and that's not nice. Micro NQ taking loss number 3. That ends the session. Came back down and hit the entry. Then the next bar went straight back up to the stop. So that is 3 losses, and that is the end of the session per our trade plan. So long on crude, long on the YM. Those of you in the CEO Trader Mastermind, make sure to watch Discord for any updates on the schedule. Troy just posted one for tomorrow, pushing it back to the start time back to 9 a.m. Long on crude, long on the YM. That's our only active charts right now. All right, yeah, active trades. Pound Aussie and the Micro Russell is still active charts, but both of those are flat. Micro Russell working up at session highs. YM in negative territory, down actually close to session lows. And the Micro NQ somewhere in the middle. Let's see where that looks like. Okay, it's in down territory as well, although it's up much closer to its session open. And session high not very far above the session open, so it's been a down session today. And crude coming back, approaching the touching the entry again. And market is really slowed down now. YM with a stop and reverse short. Okay, that would go to 14. Stop and reverse would be at 12. I believe it hit that. Yep. So we are short. And that's going to be a 21 tick target. No, wait a minute. That is just an exit point. So 912, if you aren't already out, as that last long trade was the 6th trade of the session. And a short trade on the Russell. That did trigger in, it looks like. So the YM session is done. Money management on crude. Okay, Russell definitely in the short. Crude stop at 84. And a successful short trade now on Micro NQ now that our session is done. Russell hasn't had much in the way of trades, not moving nearly as much as the Micro NQ is. YM with a losing session this morning. Micro NQ with a losing session this morning. Soybeans, one and done. 14 tick net win. Crude in its first trade of the 10 a.m. session. 9 a.m. session was a pair of break-evens for POQ. Unleaded was a big one and done POQ. Money management on the Micro Russell stop at 79.1. Yeah, 79.1. Looking for target 3 there. And looks like target 1, 89.01. So that is an 18 tick target. This will be a one and done session. Target 1 in the bank already. And the stop at 84, 88, 84. For the 10 a.m. mini session. Trade room will be dark the rest of this week and next week. Target 3 achieved on the Micro Russell. That's our first win there. Looking for target 4. Stop now at 78.4. We'll stay with it till the crude trade finishes. And then I think we'll call it a morning. After I showed the website I was telling Lewis about this morning, backpacktrader.com. Well, I am just being noisy this morning. Slow movement right now across the board pretty much. YM and the Micro NQ and Micro Russell both showing down moves. Target 4 on the Micro Russell. That's another actionable target in our trade plans. Targets 3 and 4, and we'll see where the trailer goes now. YM is done with its session, but has another potential stop in reverse. But for the moment, still short. And crude stopping out. Stop moved up to 88.88 and stopping out for additional 5 ticks. So we pick up 23 on the 10 a.m. session. And that brings us to a close this morning. All right, let's take a look at. Okay, this is the Backpacktrader YouTube page. And here's the Backpacktrader homepage. Take that off. Okay, the Trade Hacking Club is the Discord, is our Discord server. Let's see if he's got something. I'm going to go into the community site. Okay. Okay, yeah, mentorship is where the Now follow this link right here and get in touch with one of the trade coaches and see if okay, that's the alert services. Those are Troy's books, and those are the various strategies that are currently available. But yeah, my suggestion, if you're interested in the CEO Trader Mastermind, is that's one of the mentorship paths. So get in touch through that link and see what you can find out. And you'll be jumping in the deep end, believe me, and if you get into the New York session starting tomorrow, because we're well into development of this strategy. But it'll be certainly a good learning experience about how Troy approaches, as a backpack trader approaches trading, day trading and swing trading for that matter. And if you're interested in those sessions, that's the place to get into it. So that would be where I would go. So 2 steps, enter the community site, go to backpacktrader.com, enter the community site, mentorship, and click on that link, right, the Let's Proceed. And that is where we go. So that's what to look for there. And I will see everybody in a couple of weeks. Sorry to be missing the room here, but it's time for me to learn something from Troy. And I always learn something in his sessions, no matter what level he's teaching on. So I will see everybody, at least as far as I know right now, the last week of September. September 26th would be the next session that I believe will be back in here, but that could change. You know, join the Free Trade Hacking Club, get on Discord, and I will post on there when the room will be coming back online. But we will see everybody tomorrow, and here's all of these sessions are recorded and are on the YouTube site, along with a lot of good training from Troy and Romulus on here. So that's another good resource. Backpacktrader on YouTube. And so we will see everybody in a couple of weeks. Have a good one. You're most welcome, Lois.